Hey guys, this video is a little different than usual, but there's something I just had to get off my chest. So there's this AT&T commercial going around. If you've watched TV in the past 2 months, you've seen it. There's no way you haven't. And it just really bothers me.
Can't wait to tell everyone about AT&T's big 5G news.
AT&T has nationwide 5G?
Yep.
And that's faster?
Faster, yeah.
But is it reliable?
Uh-huh, and secure.
You should consider making a big deal about it.
Bigger?
I said bigger.
Oh, bigger deal, bigger than what I'm doing.
It's not complicated. A 5G network needs a 5G device.
Are you confused? Because I'm confused. Look, here's what bothers me about this commercial. It feels like nothing that happens in it has any reason to happen. For example, she makes this massive AT&T 5G sign. Massive. Okay? I think that's a pretty big deal. If you're going to go ahead and make something that big, I think that's a big deal. You're making a big deal out of it. If you're having a gender reveal party and it's a boy and you make a sign that big saying it's a boy, you're making a big deal about it. She pulls out this ginormous 5G sign, and then this guy comes to the door and he says, AT&T is 5G, you should consider making a big deal about it. And right off the bat, that doesn't make any sense. Why would she need to make... It is a big deal. Like, why would you say that to someone? Why would you go up to someone who's making a massive sign and say, you should consider making a big deal about that? Why? It doesn't make sense. And then she says, bigger? With a question mark? Just drops a hard R? Bigger? And then the guy says, and this is the part that really frustrates me. The guy says, I said bigger. No. Let's roll that back.
You should consider making a big deal about it.
Bigger?
I said bigger.
You did not say bigger. You said big. You said you should consider making a big deal about it. But then he says, I said bigger. No. So then our girl Lily here, she's a little offended, rightfully, because she feels like she made a big deal about it. And then this guy rolls up and says, you should consider making a bigger deal about it. No, he says big, not bigger. Don't get it twisted. And after she's offended, the commercial just ends and it says, it's not complicated. That's it. What's the punchline? It's not like the commercial was like super confusing. Nothing about this commercial was extreme. Everything about it that bothers me is so small. But it just feels so pointless. Like, who wrote this script? What are they trying to tell us? Is this supposed to be funny? Sad? Nothing? I feel nothing when I watch this commercial. I have a few theories on what they were going for with this commercial, and I think they're all wrong. The first theory I have is that at the end of it says, it's not complicated. So my initial thought was, okay, maybe they made the commercial complicated on purpose so that they could end it by saying, hey, 5G is not complicated like this commercial was. But I don't think that's the case at all, because if you wanted to make a commercial complicated, you could make it way more complicated than this. You could start throwing in like calculus, the quadratic formula, math and stuff, complicated things, at least for me. I think calculus is complicated. I hate calculus. This commercial is not complicated enough where that would be the punchline. So then there's my theory, which is probably true, honestly, that the commercial is simply how it appears. I guess some people might not consider the 5G massive sign to be complicated. So that guy comes in and says, you should make a big deal about it, and she's offended, and then that's it? I mean, if that's the case, what's the point of the commercial? Like, am I weird? Am I crazy? Or do you relate with me right now? Do you relate with me? Do you get this same feeling of just complete, like your brain is dead when you think about this commercial? Now, if you go on the internet and you Google this commercial, which is what I did, you'll find some crazy theories out there. I did some further research. Turns out the chick's name, Lily, is Milana Vayntrub. She's very, very attractive young woman. And it looks like she has her own fan base. There's a whole subreddit for her of people just posting pictures of her, usually ones with like low-cut shirts and stuff. Looks like her fan base refers to her chest area as mommy milkers. I don't know. There's a lot to this. You know, I kind of went down a big rabbit hole of all sorts of different things. At the end of the day, I just want to know what this commercial means, man. Please help me in the comments. Please, just, if you can relate to me at all, let me know. So I know I'm not crazy and I'm not just some really stupid person who doesn't get the point of this commercial. Because while I feel like I do understand the commercial, it just makes me confused. Why is it? It's not good enough to be a punchline. Like the writing is just so. That's like if I made a commercial for, like, let's say bread, right? And I was just like, it's just someone at the store, they're buying bread, they go to the checkout, and the checkout clerk's like, "Are you buying bread?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "What?" And I said, "Yes." And then it cuts, and it's like, "Bread, buy it." I mean, I guess it makes sense, but why is it a commercial? I don't know what I'm saying. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know what any. I don't know anymore, man.